Hey guys, welcome back to another review, and today I am reviewing Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge, starring Jennifer Carpenter, Joel McHale, Ike Amadi, Steve Blum, Darren DePaul, and Patrick Seitz, and was directed by Ethan Spalding, and is about after his family and clan are murdered, Hanzo Hasashi enters the tournament known as Mortal Kombat to get his revenge, also known as, Scorpion. All right, let's talk about the positives. Almost everything about this movie worked. The action, amazing. Voice acting, pretty good. The animation, solid for what it was. This movie is probably, in my opinion, the best Mortal Kombat movie. I haven't seen the new one, but it just came out, and I will be watching it soon, and I'll even review it when I do. But this movie is awesome. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. It's awesome. Let's talk about the action. It's glorious. Like, it is like as soon as it starts off, you're getting people getting like knives getting shoved in people's heads, ripping it out. The brain is exposed. People getting their arms ripped off, head sliced in half. It's glorious. Like this is the Mortal Kombat movie we should have got. We should have got in the '90s, but geez, like seriously, I love bloody violence in movies, but this one was like, sheesh. Like, this movie is like the animated version of The Raid when it comes to its violence. Like, this movie is so super violent, and it's glorious for a Mortal Kombat movie. Like, this was a great choice. And the action is really good. It's really exciting. It's really intense. It's directed by the same guy who directed some episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So this basically has the same style of fighting, even though I haven't seen that show. I've seen some of the fighting animation. It looks very similar. Basically, just think this movie has fighting like The Last Airbender, but more bloody and gory. Lots of gore, lots of blood everywhere throughout this entire movie. It's incredible. Yeah, and the voice acting is pretty good. It's not like it's not Pixar quality, but it's still really good. I mean, like we got Jennifer Carpenter. She was really good in the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Then we also got Darren DePaul in this one, Samuel Hayden from the modern Doom games. So got some good voice actors in this movie. And then we got Patrick Seitz. I can't pronounce his last name, but I think he voices Scorpion in Mortal Kombat X. So that was a great choice to get him for this one. And once again, Scorpion being my favorite Mortal Kombat character now after I saw this one. This one made me like Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, the first one, I was like, it's not good. This one, I was like, oh my goodness. And then I watched Annihilation. I was like, this is garbage. But this one, since I love it so much, I completely ignore Annihilation. All right. But yeah, there are actually some points where the voice acting is like incredible, mostly from the voice actor of Scorpion and the voice actor of Chun-Li, Darren DePaul, or Samuel Hayden from the modern Doom games. Some of the dialogue is really good. Some of the delivery is really good. Scorpion gives out some pretty chilling screams in the opening scene, and he just wipes these ninjas out. Like, it is brutal. It's brutal stuff. Like, even for me, and I am a gore hound. I love gore in movies, but sheesh, this movie was a little much. All right, what else? What else to talk about? The animation is good for what it is. It's definitely straight to DVD and it's straight to Blu-ray animation. I think it's from the same studio that does the DC animated movies. Very similar animation style. But it works for what it is, even though it is a little hard to get used to. Once you're like halfway through the movie, you get used to it, and I did. But yeah, some of the animation at times is like excellent, but at times it's a little wonky looking. So yeah, it just really depends on your view of it. And then there's the amazing ending fight, which I won't spoil it, but it's incredible. It's very brutal. It's very disturbing. It's very aggressive. It's very violent. But now, I'm probably you're thinking that I'm only liking these action scenes because they're bloody, but actually they're very well done. They're very intense. Um, the blood and gore is just icing on the cake of making it even better. This is the Mortal Kombat movie I think we should have gotten, and this is the movie, that like this is my pinnacle Mortal Kombat movie. But I'm gonna watch the new one soon. I heard it wasn't too bad actually. Like for a video game movie, it doesn't look too bad. But let's see what else to talk about. Um, the fight between Scorpion and Sub-Zero was really cool. Even though it was short, it was still pretty cool. I like this new aspect of the movie that when people get injured, it like does that Mortal Kombat X-ray type shot. That was really cool. The movie also had some horror elements as well. Like it was actually kind of creepy at times, which was shocking to me. And I actually kind of got a little emotional in the opening scene when his clan and family are murdered. It's actually kind of gut wrenching, actually, which I did not expect that. I'm like, oh, this is just gonna be a mindless, entertaining gore fest, and then I actually am like, oh gosh, like, yeah, go on your revenge path, Scorpion, which he totally deserves it. He totally earns his revenge in this movie. And let's just say the ending was extremely satisfying. All right, now let's talk about my negatives for the movie. My negatives is that the tournament is only a small part of the movie. Like like it's not major. There are only a few battles in the movie that actually involve the tournament of Mortal Kombat. And some of some characters, very famous characters, Baraka, Reptile, Goro, they all make an appearance. They're not in it much, but they're in it. And then and I kind of found some of their defeats anticlimactic. There are some scenes that were a bit anticlimactic for certain characters. Let's say the Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight. While cool, it ended very quickly and was extremely anticlimactic. And there were just these random soldiers just show up. I guess so we could have more action in the movie without any major characters getting defeated, but they kind of just felt a little forced and they came out of nowhere and it just kind of didn't really mesh well. And like I said, some of the animation at times can be a little weird, wonky looking, and some of the character defeats, similar to the first movie, was a little anticlimactic, making me think like if they ever do a sequel, how are they gonna do it without certain characters who not a lot of people like? And also, there was one other thing. I think the movie is just a little too short because a lot of things feel rushed, like introducing the main characters, Sonya Blade, Cage. I keep calling him Johnny Cash for some reason. All those characters, their introductions are very quick and feel very rushed. I get it. They're trying to get to the main event, but they kind of felt a little rushed, and I think if the movie was just like a little longer, it could have had more time setting that up. Hopefully, I mean, I heard the new one doesn't even have the tournament, but hopefully in the sequel it does. But yeah, let's wrap this up. In conclusion, Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge is a very solid movie. Very good. It's a very well done movie. It's very good. It's very intense as well, like surprisingly very intense. The movie's fast paced. It never slows down. It has some cool fight scenes, but a little bit of a rushed story. I'm going to give Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge an A- and is a must-see. So if you've seen Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge, what did you think about it? And if you like this review, give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.